Welcome to Wharfdale. Welcome to Clipping In. Sunday, the 15th of October, halfway through. And it's a cold, bright, sunny one. Northeasterly wind, perhaps. I'm heading to the Yorkshire Dales. I've ridden about 25 miles so far, maybe a little bit more. And I'm between Gargrave and Hetton. Aye. Correction, 32 miles so far. It was at 7 AM this morning, -1°C. Lots of ice in the garden. Didn't look too clever. So where I'd normally set up at 8, the thermometer was still reading negative. So I waited until about 9:30. Thermometer reading +1. Still a little bit of ice in the shadows, but wasn't too bad. Only trouble with that is the traffic didn't half thicken up compared to what I'm used to in an hour and a half. Goodness me. Everybody's up and about doing autumnal things. Ridden about 36 miles now, approaching Cracoe. Now, the plan, it's such a lovely day. Look in that direction. It's such a lovely day. I'm going to continue onto Buckden, turn around there, and then maybe return via Burnsall to Bolton Abbey. That's the plan anyway. It looks like a good plan. Beginning to warm up now. I can feel the sun. I can feel the difference in the sunny parts or where the road is shaded. There was a section about maybe a mile back overhung by trees and it was bitter. I'm struggling a bit with my gloves today for filming. I really need gloves with rubber fingertips to manipulate this camera. I've nearly dropped it twice, so there might be certainly a reduction in the number of spontaneous shots. Beautiful view of Kettlewell, and then the Cam Road going behind. And the valley concealing Park Rash Road that goes over to Coverdale. We're just short of 50 miles ridden. I turned at Buckden car park. Got a little bit of tailwind now, and I'm more or less following the route to Threshfield that I came out on, and then I'll be veering off for Burnsall Bank. There's a great view here of Oakcote Moor, and you can see the glacial stepping effect there on that part of the ridge. It's been interesting today to see how many cyclists are riding what might at least be their winter bikes. I've got guards on. I started putting my summer bikes away at the end of September. I put the titanium one away on Monday after a foggy, wet outing. I thought, right, well, that's it now. Grease everything, service it, put it away, say hello to it in March. But from what I've seen today, I guess about 50-50 are still riding summer bikes, winter bikes. That would be the approximate ratio. I'm not sure if the winter bike is such a thing. You know, I don't think it's quite as universal as it was maybe 30 years ago. So I've left Barden and I'm heading towards Bolton Abbey. I've ridden 66 miles. Beautiful day. I'm not sure how far this ride's going to be. Somewhere near 100. If it's very close to the 100, I might ride around the block a few times. As petty as that sounds. 76 miles ridden, I'm back. God, the traffic around Bolton Bridge, Bolton Abbey, Addingham, all the way to Sills and Steeton. It's just been chocker. I don't know whether there's a diversion or whether everybody's just out making the most of a last bit of sunshine. I really don't know, but that's been horrendous. Factor in the difficulty of getting the camera in and out with those fleecy gloves, and yeah, I just left the camera in the bag and concentrated on staying upright. Good grief. Anyway, Keighley next, but I expect that not to be fun. It never is. Coming over Flappit Moor, heading towards Denham. I've ridden 83 miles now. Not going too bad. I think I'm starting to dehydrate slightly. It's always a problem when you dress for the bitter cold first hour, or do you dress for the sort of middle 2 or 3 hours, or do you put your faith in the weather forecast being correct for once and it warming up enough to dress lightly from the beginning? I never get it right. Consult 3 or 4 weather apps and none of them agree. So yeah, I've probably overdressed again, and I've got a lot of salt stains forming on my chest. So it's early stage dehydration, but nothing serious. I don't think there'll be any dramatic pushing going on. Was that June? I think it was back in June, goodness me. Quick view of the Pennines. I'm in between Queensbury and Stone Chair Shelf. You can see Emily Moor Mast quite clearly. Quite a panorama. Well, that's been a fabulous ride. I think the filming has been a bit ragged because of the traffic levels and my slippery gloves, but there should be some good views. I think a lot of the drivers were more interested in the good views than watching the roads. Been some very erratic driving, but just how it goes sometimes. I have to find about another 5 miles to get a 3-digit ride. So for this edition of Clipping In, I'll sign off and say goodbye for now, and see you again next time. Bye bye.